In this video, we're gonna roll into
Earth Spirit.
We're gonna look at the abilities on Earth Spirit. We are going to talk about the best item builds, the best skill builds, and at the end, we're gonna watch an example from myself. I'm also ruining my pups with Earth Spirit. Enjoy! Let's start with the Boulder Smash. Boulder Smash is a spell where you can kick people forward or backward. Plus, you can kick your stones to deal them damage and to slow them. If you kick the players by themselves like this, they only take the damage. They don't take the slow. But if you use the stone, you're gonna deal damage, the enemies are slowed. So keep that definitely in mind. One more cool trick is whenever you move to your enemy, you can like move like this and kick them back to your team. The next point is with your Aghanim's, you can even kick yourself. For example, you stone yourself and you can kick yourself over the entire map. The next ability is Rolling Boulder. It is basically your stun, or you will catch people, and I'm gonna show you some tricks what you can do with it and what it exactly does. Like first of all, you can just roll the people and you can stun them for like 0.9 seconds on level 4. If you use a stone, you double the stun duration. That basically means you stun them for 1.8 seconds. You have the time, for example, to kick them back or like to do anything. Like you can just to kick them back to your team, you can start the fights, and you can play with it a little bit. One more cool trick with the Aghanims as well is to, whenever you roll in and you feel like it is a bad play, you can just cancel your roll with the Aghanims and kick yourself out of the fight. I'm gonna show it right there. You just cancel the roll and you kick yourself out. Your third ability is Geometric Grip. It is basically a silence that deals damage, and you can combo with it with your stones, with your roll, and with your kick. For example, you want to roll on somebody, you want to silence him, and you want to kick him back to your team. You will just do this. That's like the basic combo. But you can also like roll around the people and just like silence them. And you can even use like 2 stones. Like you place 1 stone here, you do this, tuck, and you just run away. But you silence them and you escape, for example. Even with your Aghanims, you can do like cool combos with it. For example, you have a blink dagger, you have Aghanims, you can just like stone somebody, you can blink back, you can pull him to you, you can kick him out. But keep in mind, it only works for 2.4 seconds. Alright, your ulti is Magnetize. Magnetize is a spell that deals damage over time for 6 seconds, and you can refresh it with any stone you place around the enemy. You need to be very close to use the ulti on enemies. So for example, you just use it like that, you blink out and you see the timer up there. If you want to refresh it, you just place a stone. There's a cool trick as well with your Aghanims. You roll in, you stone yourself, and you can refresh the ulti again. And then you can just like kick yourself out, for example. So keep these things in mind. Your ulti is like very strong if you can use it the right way. The best way to use it most of the time is like you roll in, you use your ulti, then you silence them, then you stone yourself, and you can kick yourself out if you want to. And you can play from the range. One more important point about your ulti. Whenever you ulti somebody, they can remove the ulti with a purge or with a BKB. But if you ulti them while they are BKB'd, your ulti applies. That basically means you deal damage through the BKB. And now we are talking about my favorite part on Earth Spirit, the Aghanims. The Aghanims gives you an ability to stone yourself, stone your enemies, and stone your own teammates. The cast range is pretty meh. As you can see, you need to be very close. If you want to use it on your allies, the cast range is 500 range higher. That basically means you can stone them from here, you can pull them to yourself, and you can kick them in or out, for example. If you want to do it on the enemies, you can like stone them, and you can even use them as a target to roll. But you can also just like stone them and do the same. You silence somebody with it and you kick them out, or you kick them into your team. All of that works. One more bonus point is whenever you stone your own teammate or the enemies, there's a small radius around the stone where you deal 450 damage. I'm gonna show it right there. As you can see, it dealt damage. So keep that in mind whenever you kick somebody in. Around this area, there's gonna be like a damage point. Not for the target himself, but for this area. You can even dodge spells. For example, somebody ultis with a necro ulti, your necro, or your teammate or whatever. You can just save them with the Aghanims. You can just do this, and you can kick them out. All of that works. Early on, there are 2 item builds that I'm using. The first one is Tango, Dot Grenade, Stick, Sentry Ward and Ward, Fairy Fire and Double Branch. The reason behind this build is basically your laning is awful, and I'm trying to fix it with the Grenade. Grenade is like an ability to actually get a kill or 2 kills on the lane if I'm lucky, and I might get actually a better exchange on the lane. If you're not going for a Grenade, your like kill ability is going to be very low, so keep in mind you need to have a decent lane with Earth Spirit. Even though this lane is very bad right now in laning, you need to get the best out of it with this item. The second item build is very greedy. You want to rush earn, and you just buy all the components besides the recipe. You just try to be like as greedy as possible on the lane. You might even pull the waves. You don't even want to lane the enemies. You just want to pull the waves back. You get your urn as fast as possible, and you can either roam around or like stay in the lane with the urn and fight and get some kills. And if you get the urn, the cool ability is if you die on the lane, you will get the urn charge and you will be like way stronger than before. So you can try both item builds. Both of them like are good in a way. I would definitely recommend you this item build because it's way more safe. You're gonna be way stronger on the lane. With the urn build, I usually finish the urn, then I go for tranquil boots, then I go for vessel, and after the vessel you can go for boots of bearing. And after that you are very free to do whatever you want with your item builds. You can go Aghanims, you can go BKB. It's very like situational on the game what you should go for. Just the like 2 or 3 starting items are like very unique on Earth Spirit and you should always like follow it. But overall after that you should definitely be free to do whatever you want. With the other build, with the grenade, I usually like to go for tranquil boots, into veil, into BKB. The reason behind that is just I want to tank up, I want to go in, and I don't want to die whenever I roll in. It's like a bit of a different play style. With the BKB, you can actually just go in and you will probably not die or get bursted. And with the other item build, you're usually like staying on the edge of the fights and you don't want to like super go in because you can easily die. Even though you have more HP with the vessel plus with the boots of bearing, it doesn't really matter. BKB actually secures your life and protects you in the fight so you don't get bursted or die instantly. There are 2 skill builds with Earth Spirit. Nothing else in the lane. The first one is you skill Q or W on level 1, depends on the situation, and then you're gonna get another point in roll or Q, and then you get the second point in Q, just to maximize your damage and your kill potential. The second skill build is 1-1-1, but this is very situational. I would say you almost never go for the skill build, only if you play against a Morphling for example, and your silence can actually lead into a kill, because you catch him off guard with like the Morphling before you silence him before he morphs, and then you just get a lucky kill. But otherwise, do not go for the skill build actually, just go for the 2-1-0 build and try to dominate your lanes. In the mid game, there are also like 2 skill builds. You go for Q-Max and you maximize your farm, or you go for the second skill build and you go for fighting orientated and you go for the roll max. One important point on the first build with the Q-Max is you will not get your level 10 talent with the roll on level 4. It basically means usually the rolling build is better because you're gonna get the level 10 talent with the 325 rolling boulder distance with your level 10. And later on, if you are level 12 or 10 or 11, it doesn't really matter. You max your Q and you max your W. Do not max your E, it's just a bait. Go for your Q and your W, it's like the most kill potential, plus you can farm the most with it. The best heroes to play position 4 Earth Spirit are these heroes. And yes, basically all of these heroes are trying to fix Earth Spirit his horrible laning stage. Darkseer, Batrider, Enigma, Necro and Snap having a decent or a very strong laning. So you just want to try to compromise that with a like bad laner, and you might try to carry him through the lane with it. So keep these heroes in mind. Whenever you pick Earth Spirit, try to like tell your offlaner, yo, can you pick Snap, can you pick Bat, or can you pick Darkseer or Enigma or whatever. Try to pick like a strong position 3 hero that like might carry your lane, and you will be way happier than before. Before we are going into the example on Earth Spirit from my own game, let's be honest guys, Earth Spirit is not in a good state in Dota right now. This hero is not good and almost like nobody wants to play him because his laning is just awful. In my opinion, position 4 Earth Spirit is playable, but it is like very hard to execute. We're gonna watch a replay later on where I play position 4 and you're gonna see, even though I'm playing Earth Spirit or somebody else is playing Earth Spirit, it is just very hard to lane with this hero. My personal opinion is Earth Spirit is a better core. Sometimes on the off lane, but very rare cases, but most of the time I would say he's a great mid laner. This hero has a lot of farm potential. His laning is actually not that bad if you are 1v1 and you don't lane against a Huskar or something else. And overall, like your kill potential is early on pretty strong. Like you can rotate easily anywhere, you can gank people on the XP runes or all over the map, and your like pace can be very quick if you get the experience fast enough. But overall, in my opinion, I would recommend this hero playing as a mid lane right now, not as a position 4, only if you like want to lose a lot of MMR until you start winning MMR with this hero. Because my personal opinion, even when I play Earth Spirit, if I play 10 games right now, I probably lose like 6 of them, or maybe even 7. But after like, let's say 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I would have started winning again, like way more, because I'm getting like into it. You need a lot of dedication to play Earth Spirit, and you need to spam him a lot to get good on him. And even if I like make a pause for like 2 weeks in Earth Spirit, I'm mega rusty and I need to start learning it again. So keep these things in mind before you start playing Earth Spirit. And let's get right into the example. Alright, with this example, I'm just gonna show you guys what your position is with an Earth Spirit position 4 in the current meta in Dota. You are basically the loser in the game. And the biggest reason for that is your laning is awful. As I said before, it's just not good. But even though it is not good, you can make the best out of it. You just need to be like positive, plus you need to understand like even if you die or if you feed sometimes, it can be good, especially as a pos 4, if you sacrifice a lot. Like the first play right here, my bad rider fucked up, he went in, he's gonna die. I'm gonna save in and sacrifice my life for him. So I'm gonna die for him, everything is good. So that's like one thing. After that, I TV'd back into the lane and I knew bounty hunters there. I did not expect the enemies to actually follow me like, I don't know, 1 minute or 1.5 minutes to just kill me again, but they did it. So what can you do, I guess? As you can see, I'm gonna die here again. I was thinking about pulling the wave, but they were like protecting it as 2. Well played by the enemies. But I did not expect them to follow me like this. They just followed me forever, and it is actually ridiculous. It happens, especially as an Earth Spirit, but it is fine. But still, I died here, I accepted. Let's just look what's gonna happen now. I come back to the lane. I know my bad rider is level 2. I wanna try to like wait for my level 2 as well, and we're actually gonna go on them. Just because we now, even though I died twice, we are still strong on this lane with bad rider plus Earth Spirit. We start going on the maiden, on the perfect timing. We just go on them, we get a kill, easy. All good. We almost get a second kill as well. Everything is perfect. Like even though I died twice, we are pressuring the Marcy right now and he cannot farm a single creep. And the net worth of my bad rider is like fine. And my net worth is higher than the maiden even though I died twice. One important thing, if you play Earth Spirit, you or your offlaner need to understand that Earth Spirit is weak on the lane. Either you or your offlaner needs to pull the waves back with neutral camps or by pulling the enemy creep wave. So look at my bad rider right now. I'm like annoying the enemies and my bad rider is doing the perfect thing. He's pulling the wave back because he has nothing to do. He has no resources, he has no HP and he's just scared. So he just pulls. And this is perfect for the lane because this is gonna lead into a kill again. I'm picking up the rune, I see the Marcy's like chilling here. I look at middle. Map awareness is also very important if you play Earth Spirit, but I'm just like watching around. I know they're gonna pull. This is like the crucial point right now. I'm trying to pull the wave back, but I know if I do it, they will try to go on me. So I'm a bit scared. And they actually do. But I know I have a bat behind me, so we're stronger than the enemies. It doesn't really matter what I have. They don't have any ultis, they don't have any strong spells. If the bounty hunter is there, sure, but we have a sentry, so we are fine. We go on them instead. We force them back into the tower. We pressure them a lot. I'm just like looking at them. I see there's maybe kill potential, but I'm not like forcing it. Instead, I'm killing a courier with very important items for the Marcy. I'm looking back in. I was trying to go. I still go because I know my Phoenix just called, yo, I'm TPing bottom, let's go on them. And we just go on them with 3. We get a kill. All good. Phoenix just like saved us the lane quite a lot. Even though we were like fine in a 2v2. As I mentioned before, guys, Earth Spirit is not good in the lane. You need to accept it. If you get a 50-50, you are mega happy with Earth Spirit on the lane. You just need to accept that your laning is just awful and it will always be awful for I think. So if you learn playing and working around that, you will be actually a good position for as an Earth Spirit.